They got you on camera beating this boy up. Why did you beat this boy up?
I didn't beat him up.
What happened then?
I didn't. You know what I'm talking about?
So what happened?
What you mean what happened?
Why did you get into altercation then?
Because you're not going to talk to me the kind of way you want to talk to me.
So you could just walked away.
I'm not like you.
What's good, people? Welcome to Crime Daily, the show dedicated to bringing you some of the latest crime-related headlines from all over the world. The first clip that you just seen is from an incident that is actually so outrageous and shocking that I actually haven't ever even seen a movie with scenes like this. Today's story comes from Brazil and South America, where a gang of calculated armed robbers hit three of the country's largest banks. And the most shocking part of all that has since gone viral was the getaway part of the heist, where it's estimated that at least 10 hostages were tied to the hoods of getaway cars during a terrifying armed bank robbery in the southern Brazilian city of Aracatuba. The city remains in lockdown as bombs have also been scattered around the city. Police said at least 3 people were killed, among them one suspect. A TV journalist named Yuri Macri actually captured footage of the getaway vehicles, which shows hostages tied from their limbs to the roof of cars and bonnets and were being used as human shields through the streets of Aracatuba as every bank was reportedly raided. Logically, this makes a lot of sense as there's no way they would have shot at the vehicles thinking they were hostages, which is actually what ended up happening as the police stood down. One hostage explained her ordeal, stating she was forced at gunpoint onto the roof of the car and had to lie on top of it. She then was strapped down forcefully by both ankles and both wrists. She continued to say it was the most terrifying ordeal of her life. In relation to the incident itself, shots and explosions were heard throughout the city in the central state of Sao Paulo. Early reports suggested a heavily armed gang of at least 50 criminals attacked military police barracks before targeting the banks. However, the number involved has now been revised down to 15 to 20. The initial attacks were reported as being part of a decoy to ensure police and military would be distracted whilst the robberies ensued. A high-ranking lieutenant said there were still at least 14 bombs across the city as of this morning, and that the first indication was that they had some sort of center, which is triggered either by heat or by motion. Vehicles were also set on fire at the entrances to the city to make access difficult for the emergency services. Man, these Brazilian criminal gangs look different. This is absolutely insane. And to think they actually got away with the money, well, at least for now, which hasn't been disclosed how much as of yet, as the shootings came to an end at 1:50 a.m. local time, with the vehicles speeding off to a rural neighborhood outside the city. Absolutely crazy. And very, very calculated, as you can see. The mayor of Aracatuba, Dilador Borges, said the police had struggled to intervene as the attack unfolded. He was quoted as saying, "The police can't go on the attack, they can't confront them because there are too many lives on the line." At least one officer is believed to have been injured during the incident, along with one of the alleged armed robbers. Images and videos filmed from neighboring buildings show hostages on the roofs of cars as they're driven around the city. And videos filmed by some of the hostages after the horrifying ordeal show them with cuts all over their arms and hands. However, it is believed the hostages that were tied to the hoods were later released without any harm and none of them died. Schools remained closed on Monday and residents have been urged to stay indoors until all the devices were dismantled. Police said 3 suspects had actually been arrested so far. Despite any of the hostages being killed, as we reported, there were many casualties and injuries. And tragically, 2 of the civilians who have been killed have been identified. They are 38-year-old Renato Bortolucci, who actually left his wife behind at the gas station he owned so that he could film the suspects, but was struck by gunfire and passed away. Absolutely terrible. The second victim, identified, is Marcio Victor, who was either driving a motorcycle or bicycle when the bank robbery suspects gunned him down on Monday. It's unclear whether it was intentional or he was just caught in the crossfire. So rest in peace to him. Armed bank robberies have actually become more frequent in recent years in Brazil, and it is not the first time Aracatuba has been targeted by bank robbers. In 2017, criminals took control of various strategic spots throughout the city, attacked police stations, and blocked roads as part of their robbery of a private security firm. However, considering they successfully robbed three of the country's largest banks, this is probably going to go down as one of the largest heists in history, and given the brutality and calculation involved in it, it's going to go down in history. In other news, a woman named Mercedes Moore, who is a highly popular Instagram model, dancer, and online influencer from Houston in America who worked with Fasanova, was shockingly found dead at the age of 33. There isn't much information surrounding her death as of yet, and it was first alleged she was set up, robbed, and killed. However, the latest information, coming from outlets based in America, are claiming that a close friend of hers stated she was killed by her ex-boyfriend, also her sugar daddy, who then killed himself. However, this is unconfirmed information at this moment in time. It's still early days, but this is a huge story out in America right now, especially in her hometown of Houston, considering her popularity and her age, and seemingly how many people actually fucked with her and had love for her. Whatever you may think of her lifestyle choices, as many will probably look at her in a certain light due to it, and you're entitled to do so, but she seemingly never brought no harm to anyone and was a sweet and much loved woman, according to her friends. So, rest in peace to her, and hopefully the truth of what happened to her can be discovered so her family can have peace of mind at least. Anyway, that's all from us on this. Thanks for watching and keep watching the next video. Peace.